Anna, you're very welcome to NICVA. We've pulled you off the campaigning trail to come along and talk to us for a while. Many people in the voluntary and community sector will already know you. Anna is Chief Executive of the Chinese Welfare Association. What was it that made you make the leap from community politics to party politics?
Well, I just feel that after lobbying politicians for 10, 15 years, it's about time I sit at the other side of the table. With lobbying, you can only influence so much. You can try to advocate and persuade, but at the end of the day, it's up to the politicians to make things work. And I just feel that perhaps it's about time that I get into politics and try to make some difference within government.
Okay, and you chose the Alliance Party, and the Alliance Party manifesto is big on a shared future. It tells us that in the Alliance Party's opinion, strong sectarian and racist attitudes remain prevalent. How does the Alliance Party aim to address those issues and create a shared future?
We certainly are very, very strong on a shared future. We certainly see that segregation costs a lot of money. So we have a number of practical points to follow through. We certainly want to ensure the implementation of the shared future and the sister strategy, the racial equality strategy for Northern Ireland, the implementation of the action plans as well throughout the different government departments. We certainly want to actively encourage desegregation and sharing of communal space, and certainly integration is a big thing for the shared future, and we very much support that. We want to introduce a new form of policy proving. I think the voluntary sector is going to say, oh no, they're not policy proving, but it does work. So what we want is to hold the government departments responsible for mainstreaming shared future, sharing space, sharing issues and sharing resources in the new policies, in the new planning for services and for housing, for different schemes and even funding projects, and that there has to have a strong cross-community objective in it. We certainly want to provide support for a revamped and stronger Community Relations Council and help it to develop and look at the initiatives they put forward. We want to promote greater sharing with education. We want to see parents having a better choice, and that parents, if they want to, they should have the opportunities to send the children to integrated schools. We want to achieve a target of 10% of children being educated in the integrated school by 2010. And we want parents to have the opportunity, if they want to have the choice to send children to integrated school.
In your answer, you mentioned the racial equality strategy alongside a shared future. How important do you think elements of that strategy would be to creating a more inclusive Northern Ireland?
It's absolutely essential. We have seen the increase of racism in Northern Ireland, and with peace we are seeing more and more ethnic minority coming to Northern Ireland. All societies, thriving societies, need new immigrants. They bring new ideas, they bring new skills, and so it is important that we have a strategy on racial equality to promote us in terms of being an inclusive society of all sections of the community, in acknowledging the contributions of all sections of our community, regardless of race and ethnic origin.
Of course, an essential part of inclusiveness and social inclusion is the visibility and involvement of people in all areas of public life. How important do you think that is to people like yourself and the community that you represent, for example, in the Chinese Welfare Association, to get involved in things like politics or in the voluntary and community sector or other areas of public life?
It is very, very important, and I can understand so far not a lot of people have stood up before from ethnic minority communities. When they first immigrate to a new country, the main priorities are settling themselves up, settling themselves down and setting up the business and seeing that the children get into schools and all that. But in order for them to make difference and influence society, they've got to be involved. And for them to feel that they have a say in the society, and it is important they get involved. And also for them to be able to influence policy, they need to have the vote. The power of the vote is very important to persuade any politician, to take note of the problems of these ethnic minority communities. And I think too, ethnic minority communities, a lot of them coming to Northern Ireland, quite often feel that they are outsiders. We are such a divided society of orange and green. And if you're not born and brought up here, you feel that you're not naturally affiliated to one side or the other. And quite often people do feel that they're not only an outsider, they're second-class citizens. People don't notice about their needs. So for them to increase a sense of belonging, because the majority of the settled community are here to stay. And they have now the second or third generation of young Chinese people and other ethnic minority people. And for them to increase that sense of belonging, they need to be more active in society, including being in politics and working in the voluntary sector.
Here in Northern Ireland, we can often be accused of being quite inward-looking. Part of the Alliance Party manifesto talks about the importance of being a European party and taking an internationalist approach. Do you think that's important as Northern Ireland is now trying to find its place on the world stage?
It's absolutely essential. Northern Ireland has such a bad image in the past. We need to certainly move away from the tribal politics, move away from the image of a divided society if we want to be competitive, to go on the global stage, to attract investment, to attract people to come into Northern Ireland to work, to study, to visit the Northern Ireland. Certainly it is very important that we do that.
Okay, Anna, I think I'm going to leave it at that and let you get back out into the rain to knock a few more doors. Thank you very much.
Thank you.